What a day was Friday. We got some stocks that pumped, and our live streaming like Unicycive pumped 30%. And see this action? It was in after hours around the $2.86. So there's a potential for another pump. We already bought this stock when the market opened on our live streaming around this breakout zone after we held this triangle, and the price actually pumped and still holding our current support, the $2.16. We're gonna discuss, of course, where the price will go to and where the squeeze area, because this stock is still pumping since February. We have already did almost 344% for Unicycive. Next up, we got INTC, semiconductors that came up from the bottom. As you see, the $24.72 was a reversal. This stock is undervalued. Another potential breakout zone from the 27. We already entered for this trade around the 26.90. We entered in our live streaming and we said there is a breakout, and the price actually broke and went around the first resistance to the $27.52, and the price went down to test the breakout zone, then went higher again. We're gonna discuss the profit taken and where's the potential support. Next up, we got Lunar. The price have doubled up into 2 days, Friday and Thursday. You see what's happened here? We have a test for the 1945. Price got rejected, accumulate above the 14, then pumped on Friday. And we spotted this test in our live streaming when the market opened. We said there's a potential squeeze after we break the 1945. The price test almost 3 times here, 1, 2, 3, and then consolidated down. We're going to discuss if there's a potential, of course, for Monday and where we should get in for this stock, because this stock is pretty volatile. We're already reversed from the bottom price, the $10.25. We did almost 100%, and see in the big picture, we dipped from this huge pump. Let me just see. We went until the $135. It was around the 21st of February. Just last month, we almost were around the 136, and now is around the $15. So imagine the volatility. We're going to discuss where the price will squeeze at next Monday and where the ultimate profit taking before the short seller will come. And of course, we never gonna forget TRK, 24% down with 176 million worth of volume in last Friday. Price testing our ascending channel. You see it here clearly that the price test, and we have a wick around the 24 cents and still holding. We're gonna discuss where's the bottom price, where we're gonna have another reversal and buying the dip, and we might see another reversal like that happened here around the 27 cent, and we did almost 70%, and we tested our resistance and the price went down. SIVB and FRC, those bank went really low because of this stock SIVB potential bankruptcy. There is a big thing going on. It got halted after this huge pump down, 60% down, imagine. And the price actually was before, let me just go back, it was around the 300, and we went until below the $50, and the price got halted. We're going to discuss if there's a potential for next Monday if we unhalted, and of course we watch for FRC. Is not related for the bankruptcy with the other bank. However, a lot of people have the fear that all the banking system will fail. The same that happened in 2008 with the housing market collapse. So a lot of people worried about this kind of bankruptcy for this big bank. That's why FRC went down as well. However, we have a huge bump. Look for this one, man. Look at this bump from the $46, and we pumped almost 100%. And we never actually have this kind of volatility like 100%. It's not penny stock. We might see a continuation for this volatility for the next Monday. So we have to be strategic and how we trade it. We have to be wise where we enter and where we exit. So let's start our video with Unicycive. Held above our support, the $2.16, broke from this flag, went higher around the $2.85. The bottom is still around the $2.16 if we don't want to trigger a sell-off. The time being, we might see a pre-market gap for this stock on Monday toward the $3.09. If we overcome this level of profit taking and resistance at the same time, over the $3.09, we're gonna do a pre-market update on our Discord, of course, because we do always chart analysis update and video update for a lot of stock that have potential to squeeze, and of course on our Patreon to discuss where the entry point and where the exit and ultimate profit taking for UNCY if we overcome the $3.08 on Monday pre-market. However, in the time being, if we still are hovering around the $2.80 at $2.86, we might see a pullback and going down toward the $2.50, then continue toward the $3 profit taking and resistance, as we said. Next up, we got INTC. We already discussed this stock in our live streaming when we said there is a breakout for our resistance. Our alert hit the 26.90 and we triggered the entry for this stock around this level. The price went down to test the breakout zone, went higher again, then got rejected around the 27.50. So the game plan for this stock, we're gonna have a test for the 27.50, which is our breakout zone toward the 28. So this stock will have a continuation because we are undervalued for this stock. Look with me what happened. We have double bottom for the stock around the 24.72. Price reversed and went higher once again. We already did chart analysis on the swing trade analysis for INTC because last time we did NVIDIA and INTC, of course. We discussed this breakout zone around the 27 when we said there's a breakout zone will happen around the 27. The price actually went around the 27 and got rejected because it's our breakout zone for the stock and went down from it. We have to watch out for the 27 and the 26 as a support. Lunar, oh man, this one it was tricky because the price actually bumped from the bottom, the $10.25, have two rejection back and back on Thursday, then on Friday. So we have double top on different days. However, in the same day on Friday, we got tested so many times. You see here, 3 times, and the price got rejected. The same scenario when we actually got rejected on Thursday. First, we have a test, price pulled back, but there is buying pressure happening and we don't have a sell-off. Then another try, then short came in once again. If we go on the next day, on Friday, we have a more struggle for the buyer to overcome the 1945 because we have 3 times test. First, we have a test, then rejection, then we have 2 tests, 1 and 2. The price was almost about to break the 1945, but unfortunately the short seller were heavily shorted the stock and went down once again. So there's a potential because we're still holding above the 14, which is our support. So the game plan for the next Monday, we need to hold this support. We don't want to have a visit for the 10.25, which is double bottom potential and a weakness. I don't want to see this. If we want to have a breakout for Lunar next week, we need to hold above the 14. Then next time we have to break without a test the 1945 and go directly toward the 21.92. And there's other profit taking. We're gonna discuss it in our update for tomorrow for Luna because we're gonna do live streaming as usual around 3 p.m. CT. Next up, we got TRKA. Oh man, 24% and still continue to go down. Last time we discussed TRKA, it was around this level, the 97 cent, and we said there is a potential rejection. I suggest on our live streaming to take profit for all our hunters. What we suggest, once again, we suggest that the price will have a reversal first around the 50 cents, then above this ascending line. It got rejected around the 50 where we took our profit. If we go back here, we already actually talk about TRKA in our Discord channel on Patreon when we actually said bottom price should be visited, and we visited this circle on Friday, and of course we did another chart analysis for TRKA back then when we actually broke from the 72 and we said the 84 should be the profit taken, and before that when we broke from the 47 cent and we said the 58 is the profit taken. So we already hunted for TRKA on the way up, and at the same time we took our profit and we exited when we saw the huge selling pressure and the weakness for the chart. So we have to always be strategic. we have to know when we get in and when we get out to protect our profit, not just holding. Because if you just hold, like you see that your portfolio going almost 300% and you think the price will go to 500, 1000, yeah, sometimes the stock will go even for 5000% or even 10,000%. But we have to have a signal for weakness and a sell-off, because we want to protect our profit. We don't want to see our portfolio go 1000%, then go below the 1000%. It happened to me, it happened for all traders. I don't want it to happen to you because it's really frustrating. It's better not to see your portfolio going 1000% than going below the 1000% and going negative. This is the worst case scenario and actually make you don't have the confidence anymore to trade. This is it for TRK. We need to hold this ascending line, accumulate, then test the 34. If we get rejected around the 34 and we don't have hold up above this ascending line, is mean continuation toward the 18. If we hold above this ascending line and broke the 34, is me continuation toward the 50 cent, which is the most important level to break for TRK to confirm a reversal from the bottom and continuation to go higher. Of course, we're gonna cover TRK in our live streaming on Monday and on pre-market if we have this gap down or gap up from the 34. Whatever, there's a price breaking down from the support or a breaking up from the resistance, there is a different strategy we have to take. Finally, we have to talk about the bank, the stock that went down. The UK Hunt says might manage to avoid all the losses for SVB UK customers. So we have some news regarding recovery for this stock and we might see a reversal. If we have some solution to prevent the collapse and bankruptcy for this bank, we have to be really on the lookout because there's opportunity. So now the stock is halted on Friday around the 33.60, which is our support. We halted, of course, around the 39.22, but the support is now around the 33.60. So this is our support and this is our resistance. If we got unhalted and we broke the 39.77, we might see a huge pump for this stock once again toward the 56, which is our profit taking. Let me just put it here and turn it to green. Okay, so this should be our profit taking if we broke this resistance. If we don't have good news fundamentally wise, if we don't have a solution for this collapse for this bank, we might see this continuation down, breaking the 33.60 and continue toward the $11.85, which is our bottom for the coming weeks. We're going to do update, of course, on our Hunter channel. If we have a gap over the 55 or we visit this level of support, we're going to do chart analysis for it because those stocks is pretty volatile. We have to be strategic and very quick to enter and exit for them. Next up, we got FRC. This stock, it went down, as we said, because of the bad news of the other stock. So FRC doesn't have bankruptcy or anything. So the price actually went up after price reversed almost 100%. And now we have this flag form for this stock. So we have a potential trade for this one as well. That's why I'm watching it for Monday. 70.82. 70.82 will be our support. We have a breakout from this flag or this AMA. This will be triggered next week, of course, on Monday to break this flag from above. So we have to watch out for this huge flag for this stock, and watch out, this one is pretty volatile. Before this kind of reaction, it was normal stock. The idea of the fear in the market triggered the huge selling pressure for this stock. You see what's happened before this huge sell-off. The price actually was around the 150. Then after this huge sell-off, we went until the $46, almost 70% down to go higher once again, at least to the 106. But we have to watch out for the support, the 70, and breaking this flag once again. And to be precise, the confirmation for another pump is the 95.53 for FRC. Of course, we're going to do update for this one and pre-market tomorrow, live streaming as usual around 3 p.m. CET, where we discuss the stock that has potential to squeeze. Let me know in the comment section below if SIVB will recover after this massive sell-off. In 2 days straight, we went down 60%. each day 60% down. Are we gonna have a reversal for this stock, or it is a game over for it? Let me know in the comment section below. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you have a nice weekend, and see you in the next update.